Hello and welcome to Anugraha Yoga. My name is Renee and today is the day that I'm filming this video is July 1st. July 1st would have been the birthday of my mom, but she passed away in 2013. She is one of the main reasons that I am a yoga instructor now. She's the one who introduced me to yoga, to meditation, to the whole practice and philosophy of yoga. I want to share with you two sun salutations, and these sun salutations we're only going to be in our chair. And in thinking about doing further yoga training, further any kind of training and teaching of yoga, I want to be able to teach and to share with persons of all ages, all abilities. And this is important to me because my mom for many years had cancer, and so it was periods of up and down, and just knowing that the physical practice is there to support the body, to nourish, to help us to manage our space is something that I think is very important. Of course, we know that our yoga practice is not just physical practice, but also maintaining our mental, our emotional space, really looking at how we live our life, how we interact with people, how we work with ourselves, what we think, what we do. So in thinking about all of this, I want us to be very aware that your yoga practice can be whatever you want it to be. And it can be the physical practice connecting you through your body to all levels of your being. It can be your meditation, your chanting, your whatever it is. Today, I'm sharing the chair sun salutations so that we can do some physical practice, whether you are able to do a full standing practice or whether you are unable to. For whatever reason, I want you to know that the chair is something that we can use so that we can make our yoga accessible. So if we can't bear weight, too much weight on our hands or on our knees, or even if we are just in a space where we don't want to do a full-on practice, but we have some time, some energy to do a chair practice, we can do so. Sun salutations, Surya Namaskar, we honor that light within, and we honor the sun, the light of the divine. So I want to make sure that while you are doing your movements, you're very mindful of that solar energy, of that heat, that light within us. So letting every movement be mindful, connecting to your breath, connecting to the flow of the postures. And the chair sun salutations will look a bit different from our standing sequences, but it is to keep and to connect with the energy of the flow. The two different, because I'm offering two variations, the two sun salutations that I'm going to be doing. The first one, you will be completely seated in the chair, and this is one that I've found through Amber Khan's with Body Positive Yoga. You can also check her out here on the YouTube. And the second one I've been learning through my Yoga for All teacher training with Diane Bondi and also Amber Khan. So I share with you here. I hope you enjoy and hope that you are able to take this into your own practice. So for our seated sun salutation, we're going to come into a comfortable seat on our chair. We want to make sure that our chair doesn't have any arms so that our arms can move freely. And notice how your body is positioned in your chair, making sure your sits bones are grounded. You might want to move a little bit more forward on the chair so we're not leaning back. And you might need some blocks or a blanket for your feet if your feet don't quite reach the ground when you're in your chair. Taking a few moments, we'll let our hands rest on our knees. And we can close our eyes or keep a soft gaze. beginning to focus on the sound of our breath. And finding the natural rhythm of your breath, the flow of your breathing. On our inhale, we'll bring our hands to our heart, holding here as we breathe out. And breathing in, arms up, looking up. Breathing out, exhale, swooping hands back. Reaching back through our fingers. And breathe in, hands to our knees. We're coming up into a half lift, chest forward, gazing forward. Saving our breath, taking our hands back. And coming up. Breathing in, up to center. And we're going to exhale, taking our right knee towards our chest. And release. Taking our left knee to our chest. And release. Observing our breath, hands to our knees as we come into a neutral spine. And from here, we move into our seated cat-cows. So we breathe out, round our spine, draw in our belly, chin towards chest. And breathing in, chin up, chest up, looking up. Breathing out, round. And continuing at your own pace for a few breaths. Just noticing how your body moves, connecting to your breath. Observing your spine. After our next cat pose, we'll come into our neutral spine. And breathing in, arms up. Breathing out, we'll extend forward, coming into our seated downward dog. And we want to reach our hands forward, creating a straight line from our tailbone up through the crown of our head. Noticing how the back of your neck is feeling, and if you need some space, we can always widen our arms. Observing if this is comfortable, if you want to turn palms forward, palms facing towards the ground. Observing your breath. And gently we'll come back to center. Observing our body, taking our left knee to our chest and release. Taking our right leg, right knee to our chest and release. Breathing in, arms up. And breathing out, we'll sweep arms back. Breathing in, arms up. Breathe out, back. Breathing in, we'll come to a half lift, hands to our knees, gazing forward. Once more, melting, heart down, arms back. And breathe in, arms up. And hands to our heart on our exhale. Observing our breath, observing our body. We'll just run through it one more time from the beginning. Breathing in, arms up, looking up. And breathing out, sweeping arms back. Breathe in, arms up, arms back. Taking our hands to our knees, we'll come into a half lift, gazing forward. Sweeping our hands back. Bringing hands to our knees, pressing up. Observing our body, and we exhale, right knee to chest. And inhale, release. Exhale, left knee to chest. And release. Taking our hands to our knees, coming into a neutral spine, observing our breath, and we'll move through our cat and our cows. Breathing out, rounding our spine, chin to chest. And breathing in, chin up, chest up. Continuing for a few breaths. And after our next cat, we can come back to a neutral spine, observing our body, taking our arms up and breathing out, folding, coming into our downward dog. We're reaching forward through our fingers, pressing down into our feet. See if we need to widen. Observe our breath and releasing, hands down. Lifting our left leg, left knee to our chest and release. Lifting right knee to our chest and release. Inhaling, arms up, and exhale, swooping back. Breathe in, arms up. Breathing out, back. Breathing in, hands to our knees, to our thighs. We'll come into our half lift. And releasing, arms back. Breathe in, up. And taking our hands to our heart. Observing our body from the soles of your feet to the crown of your head. Tuning in, observing the warmth of your body. Breathing out fully and deeply. And on our inhale, if our eyes are closed, we can open them. We'll release, hands down. And we're going to move from here up to standing as we go into our sun salutation with a chair. So for our second sun salutation, we're not going to be seated in our chair this time. This time we're going to be facing our chair. So we'll be standing. And this one, again, is also good for us if we're not wanting to put too much weight on our hands or on our knees. If we're pregnant, we can do it this way as well. It's not quite as vigorous, not quite as strenuous, as hard on the body as the full standing sequence, but it helps us to get into the feel of the poses that we're moving through. It helps us to connect to the energy of the poses that we are doing, the energy and the shape as well. Trying to really just notice our body, notice how we move, how we can flow. So we're going to come to stand in our mountain pose, feet just about hip distance apart, seeing where is comfortable for you, pressing down firm into your feet, and taking a moment just to connect, feeling your feet on the ground, observing your breath, drawing up through the arches of your feet, noticing your knees, your hips, drawing up through the center of your body, and breathing out fully and deeply. Breathing in, we'll bring our hands to our heart, and breathing out, breathe in, arms up, and breathing out, we'll bring our hands to the back of our chair. We're going to move into a forward fold. So hinging from our hips, seeing if you need to move back just a bit, we're going to hinge forward, and we can walk our hands down if we feel like we can go just a bit more, seeing what is comfortable for you. Observing your breath, observing your body, noticing how the backs of our legs are feeling. Observing as you fold how your upper body is feeling. And we're going to breathe in, coming into a half lift. So we can take our hands either to the seat of our chair, to the back of our chair. Notice what is comfortable for your body. And releasing down once more. Breathe in, we're coming up. Observing our breath. And as we bring our hands to the back of our chair, we're moving into our plank pose. So we want to notice if we need to step back just a bit, see what is comfortable. We're bringing our hands to hold on either to the backs of our chair, or we can hold on to the sides, see what is comfortable for you with your chair. And we can move forward, coming up onto the balls of our feet, onto our toes. Engage our legs, reaching up through the crown of our head, finding our plank pose. Be like. Observing our body. And from here, just stepping in a bit, we're moving into our cats and our cows, finding our back bends, observing our body. So gentlest of bends to our knees and breathing out, rounding spine, chin towards chest. And breathing in, chin up, chest up. Continuing at your own pace. And after our next cat, we can move into our downward dog, hands to the back of our chair, stepping back as far as is comfortable, reaching forward through our fingers, holding on to the top of our chair, the back of our chair. Observing our breath, noticing how our hips are feeling, how our hands reaching forward. Observing from our tailbone straight up through the crown of our head. See if we want to hold on maybe to the sides of our chair. If we need to bend our knees for it to be more comfortable. Observing our breath. And from here we're moving up once more. Coming up to standing in our mountain pose. And breathing in, arms up. Breathing out, we fold, hinging from our hips, hands to our chin. We're walking our hands down. Coming down into our forward fold. Breathing in, half lift. Reaching through your chest, observing your body. Once more, maybe we can fold. And as we breathe in, we'll come up. Taking our arms up and bringing our hands to our heart on our exhale. Observing our breath, noticing how your body is feeling as you move, and we'll go through it one more time. Observing our breath, standing in our mountain. Breathing in, arms up. And breathing out, hands to the back of our chair. We're moving into a forward fold, walking our hands down. Coming up into a half lift. And moving once more into our forward fold. Coming up, we're going into our plank, so hands to the back of our chair. See if we need to step back just a bit. And finding what your plank feels like. Maybe we keep our heels on the ground, we press forward into our hands, we find that engagement. Or we step back just a bit more, coming up onto our toes, leaning forward. See what works for your body. Observe your core. Gently we'll release and we're moving forward. Coming into a slight bend to our knees as we move through our cat and our cow, rounding our spine, chin to chest. And breathing in. After our next exhale, we'll come back into our downward dog, stepping back as far as is comfortable. Hands to our mat, sinking down. Observing our breath, seeing if it's more comfortable for hands to hold onto the sides of your chair or the top. Notice how your neck, how your head is feeling. And breathing in. Gently, we're coming up into our mountain pose. Observing our body, taking our arms up. We'll move into our forward fold, so hands to our chair, walking down our our chair into our forward fold. We'll do our half lift, breathing in and release, forward fold. Breathing in, arms all the way up. And on our exhale, we'll take our hands to our heart. Staying for a few breaths. Observing how your body is feeling, how the heat of your body, the warmth, the energy, and gently releasing, hands down. We can roll out our wrists, roll out our ankles. And so I want to thank you for joining me for this session on our chair and with our chair. Please feel free to join me again for more sessions. Thank you. Hey guys, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. Please feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. If you have a question or a comment, leave it down below. And follow me at Anugraha Yoga TT on Facebook and on Instagram. Thanks again. Bye.